What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo Sports Center. Today, I'm going to touch on a subject that I really didn't want to talk about, but after watching that Chiefs-Texans game and now the Bills have to play the Chiefs in the playoffs, I feel like it's only right that I do touch on it. I'm not going to speculate, or I will speculate, but I'm not going to say anything definitively. I'll leave that for you guys in the comment section below, but today we're talking about the NFL refs and their favoritism towards the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, whether that is a true statement or just something that we, kind of deceive, we'll leave that up to you guys. But let's talk about what we've seen in the past, right? It seems every single time the Chiefs are on the ropes, on the brink, something happens from the referees to put them right back in the game or to cut the other team that's coming back out of the game. And again, it's going on 5 years now with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we saw the same thing with the Patriots during their dynasty. Is there something from the higher ups of the NFL trying to get these dynasties to stick around in the NFL? Now, again, we're always told, oh, it's great about parity in the NFL. We love to have new teams come into the scene. The NFC seems to be that way, right? You look at that stat, the Seattle Seahawks are the second latest team, I guess you could say, to make the NFC Championship. So every other team has made the NFC Championship before the Seattle Seahawks, besides the Dallas Cowboys. And the Seattle Seahawks made it in 2014. That means every NFC team besides the Cowboys made the NFC Championship since 2014. The AFC is not like that at all. You had the Patriots dynasty, and now you have the Chiefs dynasty, where the Chiefs continually make it every single year. Let's fast forward to this season, right? The Chiefs, how many times do we see the Chiefs lose a game and then all of a sudden they're back and they win, right? It seemed like almost, you could even say 6, 7 games the Chiefs had this year where you thought, oh, they might lose, and something miraculous happened, right? And a lot of people have said, oh, it's voodoo magic, it's something, it's just insanity. If there's one team, though, that has kind of been able to avoid the refs' jinx, it has been the Buffalo Bills. You look at that regular season game where they called offensive offsides against Kadarius Toney, that wiped out that would have been game-winning touchdown where Kelsey pitched the ball. It was one of the craziest plays of all time, and it got taken back on offensive offsides. Now, that's a call you rarely see. So whether it was the right call or not, which we all know it was, it's something that they don't call a lot. Now, the Chiefs have been on the favorable side of the refs, it seems, every other game since then. It's just one of those things where we've seen it so many times, and you just, as a Bills fan, it's something that you have to kind of expect. And Texans fans, I feel so sorry for you. Again, the Texans were so banged up going into that game. Nobody thought they had a chance, and they did have a chance. And man, I mean, you could not have made it more obvious that there was a one-sided referee assignment on that game. I mean, that was one of those games where it makes me really question whether this league has some sort of fix in it or not. And it's terrible to say. Again, as a sports fan, I'd like to think there's no fixing in sports. There's no rigged things in sports, but again, when you got the announcers calling it out with, obviously they're going to get fined for that. You got Troy Aikman, Joe Buck saying that game was terribly rigged, some of the worst calls of all time. You see Mahomes do that fake fall down, and again, as a Bills fan, I'm not going to touch on it too much. Josh Allen does the same thing a lot, right? He'll flail his head back. We see that so many times. But man, seeing that Mahomes clip out of bounds where he gets touched and then he just falls down, and then you add in the Taylor Swift thing. They're making so much money that the Chiefs keep on winning. You got to question. Of course, the league wants the Chiefs to win, right? They're going to make the most money. You're going to have all the Taylor Swift fans and all the, casual NFL fans who don't know anything besides, oh, the Chiefs win a lot? Yeah, they're my favorite team. Okay, boom, there you go. But again, it comes down to it where you get to the playoffs, you cannot be having it look this obvious, and it's just unfortunate for the league. Now, going ahead to this game, Bills, Chiefs, AFC Championship rematch from that blowout AFC Championship last time these two teams met, where the Chiefs ran over the Bills. The Bills have been kind of gifted a favorable referee. Clete Blakeman will be the referee for this game. And if there's one head referee that does not really buy into this nonsense, it is Clete Blakeman. So maybe the league saw, these refs are kind of afraid to call against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. we got to give them our most even ref. Even if he does favor the Chiefs a little bit, maybe it won't be as much as these other refs. And again, I hate making this video, but it's become so clear cut and obvious. I don't think I've ever made a video on this channel before about the referees and sports maybe being fixed, but it's become so obvious that the league wants the Chiefs to make the finals every single year. I had to make this video. Clete Blakeman's crew, again, crews in the playoffs are a little bit different than they are in the regular season, but his regular season crew called the most penalties, or dang near up there. So expect a lot of flags, which, you don't really want to hear, but hopefully it's pretty even. And again, I'll continue to say it doesn't matter who gets the most flags, it's when the flags occur, right? Like we saw in that Ravens game, we got lucky there. They called that pass interference on Tre'Davious White against Keon Coleman, and that completely shifted the game. We've seen that time and time again with the Chiefs, where they get one flag at the end of the game where, a 4th and 12, they throw a 15-yard pass incomplete, and all of a sudden it's pass interference and they're right back in the game. Vice versa. You saw the Raiders game earlier this year where they called a dead ball foul, and all of a sudden, nope, it was an illegal shift or whatever, illegal motion, not a false start, so it's a fumble, game over. You don't see that with any other team, right? It's constantly the Chiefs over and over and over again. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Again, if the Bills lose this game and it is because of some bad calls, it'll get loud quick. You can't have the Chiefs win back-to-back games because of the refs. But if you're a Chiefs fan watching this video, I know you guys see it. You guys see it every game. You guys know what's going on. But at the same time, you can't blame the league for trying. Again, that's the way to make the most money. I get it. But it's an unfortunate series of events that has led us to this point. And hopefully that changes, because I get protecting your best players. And when a quarterback gets hit, Mahomes and Allen gets the same amount of roughing the passer calls. I get it. You have to protect your stars, but at least make it consistent. If Gardner Minshew gets swatted in the head, it should be a penalty, the same as if Patrick Mahomes gets swatted in the head. It has to change. Again, it has to be more consistent. And as somebody who watches hockey and sees the inconsistency of referees every single night, it makes people want to stop watching sports. And we see it in the NBA, right? The NBA, just all of a sudden, it's just foul, foul, foul. It's the most inconsistent league there is, I think. And the NBA viewership has gone way down, and that's going to happen with the NFL as well if this doesn't stop soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this video. Again, I'm not saying the NFL's rigged. I'm just making note that there may be a little bit of a bias towards the Chiefs, and I think we've all seen that over the last few years. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.